Well, good morning, inmates, comrades and survivors. I'm leaving Lightning Ridge and I'm on my way to MOREE. Not much happening. It's 7:30 in the morning, so should be okay. No stray animals. And I got a very burnt nose the other day with that long ride, so there's not going to be much footage. I'll be back, no doubt. Covered this nose up. Road is just road train after road train. That one in front, the back was swaying. I thought I can't overtake him. I can't. Oh my God, he's just all over the place. Cow! Hello, I'm gonna have to hang on. Let's go in here. If I turn around this way. Ganu Art Centre. And there's a cafe. I've got to have something. I'm a bit dry as a nun's nasty and hungry. Well, today's adventure before dementia takes me to a great town called MOREE, and it's a town in northern New South Wales, about 600 k's plus northwest of Sydney. It is a land of rich black soil and plains, and the name MOREE comes from an Aboriginal word for either rising sun, long spring or water hole. MOREE is home to artesian hot spring baths, which are famous for their reputed healing qualities, and I'm going to be sure to pop into one of those while I'm here. In 1851, James and Mary Brand arrived and built a general store on the banks of the river. A decade later, the town was gazetted with the establishments of things such as courthouses and police stations. MOREE was one of the destinations of the famous 1965 Freedom Bus Ride, a historic trip through northern New South Wales led by Aboriginal activists and the first Indigenous person to graduate from university in Australia, Mr. Charles Perkins. And that was to bring media attention to the discrimination against Indigenous Australians. It brought racial segregation in rural Australia to the attention of all Australians. And in those days, places like MOREE baths, the Aborigines were refused entry. So after a confrontation with the council and the pool management and other establishments, it was agreed that the Indigenous children could swim in the pool outside school hours. Unbelievable. So I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I visit today, and we pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. So I'm not going to try and say their names, but here are the peoples whose descendants are still in the town. We're the early inhabitants of this area. And today we visit Pally Pub, where I'll be staying tonight, at Leony's place, which is about 30 k's out of town. We're here at this is the MOREE local Aboriginal art gallery. So I would imagine, Leony, that these are all local artists. Yeah. That's unusual art for an Aboriginal. It's not the usual style I'm used to. This is sort of it more, with the dots and the swirls and the... Oh, and they got fabrics and mats. Oh, they're nice. So here I have arrived at Leony's place in...
PALLAMALLAWA.
PALLAMALLAWA. I've been practicing that all day and I still can't do it. PALLAMALLAWA. I'll know it by the end of the night. And I'm shacking up in her camper van, mobile home, that her and her hubby, they're going to take off on soon. That's great, but I love it out here. This is real country. Into my little hacienda. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh my God, those chocolates for me?
Yeah.
Oh, how did you know? I love a good chocolate. I'll sleep up there. That's perfect.
Cream cheese. I did put cream cheese.
This is all you need. Miss Leony here, just taking me to this secret local spot. We're the only ones here. Couldn't bring the bike out because it's almost four-wheel driving country. This is on a private property, but it's open to anybody.
Yep.
So no one's going to come out and shoot us. Look at that. We're going to get in that. And look, middle of nowhere. We're the only ones here. I'm super excited, and don't I need this? How special is this? Thanks, Leony. I just love the fact we could go naked.
Yeah.
I'd love to go naked. So the water comes up there from underground and then runs out there, and that irrigates acres and acres of property. But it is like, it's bath water temperature, really warm and beautiful. And it's just, no one's around. So Rob, but I'm going to do Rob's hair in a minute. Leonie's dobbed her own bloody husband in. Huh? Are you ready to see your good-looking rooster husband?
Yes, I am.
Okay, ready? Here he is.
Woo!
Look at that. There you go, huh?
That's better.
All clean shaven. Ready for a night on the town. So we're here at the PALLAMALLAWA. What does it mean again?
It's Aboriginal for dry water hole.
Aboriginal for dry water hole. Well, that saves me Googling it tonight, thank you. So here at the Pally pub, and I'm having my favourite crumbed lamb cutlets. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen such a beautiful looking crumbed lamb cutlet. We're going to dig in, and I've got my rosé. Had 2 sips and I'm a bit pissed already. Well, that's the end of the night. I had one of the best crumbed lamb cutlets I've ever had in my life at the Pally pub. Just looking at the weather for the next weekend, and it's like 80 to 100% raining, so sadly that's going to affect the Walker Motorcycle Festival rally, which I'm going to tomorrow. Anyway, they've got it wrong before, so be brave, be crazy, and watch out. It's a fucking jungle out there. I am stuffed. I've had a lot of big days, and I'm going to hit the sack. Until I see you again, bye.